Welcome back to What's Cooking. Today, nothing. But we're going to prep for what we're going to cook tomorrow, which will be later in the video. So, yeah, I've already done a pork shoulder. I did that in the air fryer on my bake setting, low and slow. Today, we're going to prep a pork shoulder. I got a bone in. It's just under 2.5 pounds. For $9.89. We're going to do this one in the slow cooker. And I think I'm going to just do a traditional roast pork gravy over rice with some mushrooms. So we got to prep this and get ready. Let's get down here and get some prep done. Alright, so let's get this bad boy out of the package. So, my friends at work say nobody wants to watch your channel because you don't use the right kind of spices and stuff. You're boring. Anyway, we're going to use the same array, but this time I'm going to go with some kosher coarse salt. I just bought it, so I got to open it. Alright, let's do this the easy way. We could do this the easy way or the hard way. We're going to do it the easy way. Maybe it's a twist top. Alright, so we're going to salt this with our kosher salt. Get it on in there. Throw some pepper on there. If we can get pepper to come out of the thing. I'm not going to go heavy with the seasonings on this one because we are going to do it in a pan sear tomorrow, so I don't want to be just burning all of this into the frying pan. Just give that a good pat. Man, this thing is falling apart already. Kosher salt, coarse. Some pepper, some garlic, and some onion. Alright, get that all patted in there. Get it on all sides. Whoop. Alright, so that'll be plenty. Now I'm going to set this in the refrigerator uncovered for, you want to go as long as 24 hours. You can go as little as 4. So at the time it is right now, today, it'll be in here in the refrigerator for about 20 hours. Alright, so it's the next morning. It's about 9 o'clock right now. The pork shoulder's been in the refrigerator since yesterday afternoon, all seasoned up, and now we're going to get it's been out of the refrigerator for about almost an hour. We're going to get a hot pan going and get a good sear done on this. Alright, so we're going to put some extra virgin olive oil in the pan there, and we're going to let that go till it just starts to smoke. You shouldn't smoke, little buddy. Right, now that we got a good smoke going there, I'm going to throw in a couple of tablespoons of butter. Alright, and then I lost some footage when I put this in here for a good sear. Let this go on all sides for about 5 minutes aside. We just want to get a good crust on there. When you're ready, try to stand it up on the edge here. And just hold it for a few minutes. I either shouldn't have put the heat so high once I added the butter, or I shouldn't have added the butter because the butter actually did burn. So that was my mistake. That's a learning experience. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I just try things and see how they work. And so far, so good. You can see that nice crust on there. That's going to seal in all them juices while this is cooking. Alright, so we can take that off now, set this aside. Got to chop up my mushrooms, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so let's see. We're going to take your mushrooms, shove them in on the bottom. If you want to do potatoes, carrots, whatever you want to put in there, you can put that in there as well right now. Again, I'm just doing this over rice, so I'm not going to make potatoes. Take a little bit of your kosher salt and sprinkle that around. Whoops, way too much. Perfect. And then go ahead and take your pork shoulder. Set that right on top. I'm not going to put any liquid in here. I'm just going to let the pork shoulder based on its own juices that it's going to put out. So again, this one's only just under 2.5 pounds, so I'm going to put it on low. And this one will probably only take about 5 hours, I would think. So I'll set it for 5, and I'll see you back here in 5 hours. Alright, so I just took this out of the crock pot and pull this bone right out, and it just comes off nice and clean. Let's not waste that meat. Alright, so now I've turned the crock pot up to high and get around here and scrape the sides. Get all that, what do they call that? Fondant? Whatever it's called, but anyway. It starts to creep up the side, so scrape that so it gets back into your juice there. And you see how much came off of there without adding any liquid. Alright, pour flour and water mixture in there. And mix this around. And this will start to thicken up. And then you want to just go ahead and let it... keep it on high for a little while so it cooks off that flour taste. Alright. So now that all the flour and water is incorporated, it's pretty thick. Get a little taste and see where it's at. That juice that came off of there is really concentrated, so if it's too strong for you, add some more water. Let's add a little bit more water. Ah, sorry about that. Let's give it a good stir. That's pretty good. I'm going to cover this again and let some heat build up in there so that it cooks that flour taste out. Alright, so we're going to plate up some of our rice. And we'll take some of our, look at that, falls apart. Look at that. Just throw that right on top. Ah, so good. So hot. Alright, we'll come in here with our gravy and our mushrooms. Pour that all right on top. Okay, there you have it. Let's taste it. Alright, let's get some rice in there, some mushrooms, let's grab some meat. Okay. That is so good. I'm going to go enjoy it. Hope you guys try it. I'll see you on the next one.